Tommy Media Group presents your NXT Next Level Wrestling Review with your host, Big Ray and the Vet. So,
are you ready? We said, are you ready?
Good morning, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good night. Depending on when you're watching this or when you're listening to this on channelattitude.com. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Next Level Wrestling Review, and I am the pundit of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk some Lucha Libre today. This is your NXT review show, ladies and gentlemen. It is Hump Day. Yes, it is. Here in the United States. And maybe, no, I think Australia, it's already Thursday, whatever. But neither here nor there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not alone. No. Thank God. Because I don't know if I could ever do this alone. I'm here with my co-host. He is the Vet. He's a Rip Rogers guy. The Vet. Vet. Rip Rogers guy. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the best in the world. A Rip Rogers guy. It is the Vet, Jamie Williams. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ray. Good morning, everyone.
Oh shit. You look happy. What's going on? Why?
I am happy to be here to talk about the greatest women's promotion on the planet,
brother.
NXT.
It's funny that you mentioned that. There are various articles going around regarding the fact that the WWE right now, or NXT in particular, may in fact have the best women's division in professional wrestling right now. What do you think of that? How do you feel about that, Vet?
By default.
You think so?
Yeah, there's really nobody. They're not deep anywhere else. You know, they're just not.
The Vet said deep, and it's talking about women. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, Vet. I was telling you off air, guys. If I see my nose a little red, eyes a little poofy, because on my lunch break, my boss invited me over for a meatball sub and to watch some of the Yankee game. And he has a beautiful little dog. Well, not a little dog. She's a fat sausage of a pit bull. Her name is Baby Girl. And this dog is possibly the most affectionate animal I've ever seen in my life. So much so that you guys know I'm allergic. So there it is. I took allergy medicine before I went to that, into the house. I had the old Afrin gimmick. No bueno. Just putting it out there. So if I sound a little shitty, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. But you know who isn't shitty, Vet? Guess who?
Who?
Our friends.
Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. You're going to acknowledge me. You're there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
All right, so here's the deal. We're rolling along because we have a lot to do today. A lot to go over, excuse me. But I want to kick this off, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking into the sky. Up in heaven. Ladies and gentlemen, who got the gabagool? Is our brother from the other side. Our friend, our family, Media M5. God bless you, my friend. Thank you for your support. We love you, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you get here early, which it's pretty early in the show, we're doing this quickly. It's Chris Winland, the windiest of all Chris's, ladies and gentlemen, a.k.a. Chuckles himself. He is in the chat. He says WWE needs a women's branded show. I don't know if I want to hit this button because I don't know if I agree with that. Well, all right.
We'll hit it anyway.
Yes, boy!
I'll give it to him.
I think we have it. We have it right here. We have NXT.
We'll discuss
that.
It's
like the men are now the featured attraction on the show. There may be a 1 or 2 men's matches. It's
weird.
kind of like, right.
It is weird. We have the heart and soul of the chat, the heart and soul of HMG. We have the artist formerly known as Gam Wolfers. Good morning. He says, I believe.
Can I ask you a question? I know we got a lot to do.
Of course.
Why do you always say the artist formerly known when he is currently known as Gam Wolfers? As you see it right there on the screen where it says Gam Wolfers, that means it's currently Gam Wolfers.
I don't know. I was going with the Prince gimmick. You know,
well,
I was going with
the artist. You know, sometimes he may not be here yet, but we do have another person that tries to do that.
So we could do
artist gimmick.
The artist currently known as Gam Wolfers.
Yeah.
The artist currently known as Gam Wolfers. Your name has changed. So says the vet. There you go. Hold on.
Yeah!
All right, we all agree. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the biggest ass in all of HMG. We have the one, the only, Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass.
Yeet!
He's in the house. What else we got here? We have... we have the lovely Elizabeth. Yeah! She's in the house. She says, hey, guys! That's not how she sounds.
We're almost out of Halloween, Liz.
We're
just a few more hours to go.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's... Holy shit, Vet. I don't have to work on the devil's birthday.
Really?
Yes. I'm off. That's fucking fantastic. I
you
didn't
going to
realize
visit
that.
the devil's playground?
No, I'm going to stay home. Fuck that.
Oh.
Actually, I'll probably vote. I have to vote. I'm going to vote early tomorrow, so. Because I can't vote. Yeah, why not?
Do you get to put a little pumpkin on your card?
I'm gonna go dressed as the greatest president. Believe me. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the dancing one. We have the slashing one. We have the handsome one. He's a dancing, handsome, slashing Dan Heffron. He is in the house. He says, greetings and salutations, my friends. One of my favorite people in all of HMG. Oh, boy. We have the master and ruler of the world, who basically doesn't give a damn who you are. I just yelled out the window. Sorry. They're not Dominican now.
Well, it's New York, so nobody like that couldn't even bat an eyelid here.
Very quiet part of Brooklyn. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Hammer. Charles Evans. He's in the motherfucking house. Goddamn right. He says, what's up, everybody? If you don't answer him, he'll punch you in your mouth. It's true. So answer. Flying over the beautiful country of Canada, we have Canada Spaceman up in space doing Canadian spaceman things. He says, Big Ray gave me a shout out yesterday, so he doesn't have to do it today. You know what? Fuck that. I do it today, and I will do it every single week here. The Next Level Wrestling Review. So since I have this big allergy problem, maybe I should have taken my J12. What do you think, Jeff?
I think a J12 is good for you. It's certainly good for castrating the marks.
Explain real quickly.
Well, you see, Castrating the Marks is a show that's on the Russo brand portion of Channel Attitude, in which you can listen to these marks and you can submit tweets and audio clips of things, for Vince and Jeff to make fun of. And so therefore, J12 is a name that frequently appears on the show because of his submissions.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, that's because he's well hung. By the way, as an Android user, you've always had the option to, like, when you take a picture, to remove people from the picture by circling them. You can do that, right?
Probably, yeah. I don't really have to use that, but I think so.
Well, the cool thing is, like, my background just came to the TI phone with the Apple Intelligence gimmick. This scene behind me, there are actually 3 men in the ring. Can you guess which scene this was? Well, obviously you can't now because they disappeared.
They went bye-bye?
It's the Trick Williams gimmick.
Oh.
When it was Trick, former world champion, and Bubba Ray Dudley. Anyway. Cool, man. I love technology. It's so much fun. All right. Let's see what we got here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll move down the line here. Canada Spaceman, I already said that. Charles Alfred, I already said that. We have a man doing Illuminati things. He has the sexiest beard in all of HMG, and I will stick by it. He is the one, the only, the mighty Bobo. He is mighty. He's fucking huge. Oh, you know what I gotta do here, but I gotta raise the volume just a little bit because he is magnanimous. He is scholarly. He is absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry. He's also effervescent. Let's not forget that. He is glorious. It is the glorious Professor Chalvela Vera Cruz in the house. In the house. And let's see here. Did I miss anybody? Yes, I did, because we have my favorite Martin. Your favorite Martin. It is Mike Martin, the man who lost 572 pounds in 1 week. That's right. Isn't that right, Vet?
That is correct. My friend.
Vet's friend. Mike Martin. Yes, sir.
Are you sure that you didn't miss, because you're still here and you never blinked out of existence, so you must have missed at least one person that I'm actually two. Actually,
well, were they jumping in while I was going past them?
No.
Because I have the king of 2K. I have the king of 2K24, brother from
yeah, we didn't even get to him yet.
Yeah, it's interesting.
He was going to be next in line, but there was other people that were first in line.
Well, I see Cold XX, Blooded XX, and I also see the most sexy
in all of HMG, Scott Woodford. That's how you know that Ray missed it, because Scott would never miss us. So if Ray doesn't disappear, then that means that we miss Scott.
I could breathe on the other side.
Could you now?
I can't breathe here.
Oh, I see. So, right, it's the complete polar reversal of our universes.
All right, Vet. Literally, give me 2
seconds.
seconds.
You have hair and a clean-shaven face over there too.
I do, and I have I have an actual giant dong. Listen, give me 2 seconds. I got to get something on the other side of this. Can you just literally just talk for?
Sure, I'll vamp for a couple of seconds. Sure, no problem. I have no problem vamping. Vamping's one of the things I do the best, and when I have to vamp, I can vamp better than oh, look who else we got. We got, speaking of artists and people formerly known as things, we have the artist returns. Hashtag the artist returns. Says, damn, WWE trying to monopolize the indies now? Fuckers. But he spelled it in a different way, so he's absolved of swearing in print. Oh.
I had to hit the Afrin gimmick, dude.
I see. The artist joined us while you were.
Oh shit! The artist, he returns. Where'd he come from?
All right. Last episode, probably.
All right, I think that's it. So I think I have everybody. Ray's jaunting. What is the word? What does jaunting mean?
It's like a short trip.
Oh, I like that word. That's a very, very good word. I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
Jaunting. We are jaunting over. Oh, wait. Just snuck in. Our friend, Groose. Like Moose.
Yes, I see.
5'12".
See what you did there.
I thought he said, what a hand job. That's what I read.
They're not going to let that hack thing go. These guys that, like, multiple people said that his real name is Hack, trying to gaslight us, right?
His name is not Hack. Name is not Hack, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll tell you what time it is.
The cops pull him over. He gives him the driver's license. It says Hack on it.
Hack Wilson. Does that name ring a bell? No? It should. It should ring a bell, ladies and gentlemen. You know what rings a bell? Well, after the 3 count. This is the 3 count. With the latest breaking news in pro wrestling, sports, pop culture, and more. Now back to Big Ray and the Vet. It is a 3 count, ladies and gentlemen. Every time I hear this, I feel like you and I are in an episode of New York Undercover for some reason. The music that, you know how the show started, where it's usually chasing somebody, and or it's like a scene where the mother's making breakfast for the kids, and then the father gets up, he walks out of bed, and he goes down to the cab, and then he gets shot. It's a slow motion death.
And they had the current like hot 97 song of the week like playing over the
over
the open.
Gosh.
Who would that be now? It would be if we took NXT people and made them it would be Luca Crucifino, it would be Obafemi, and it would be like Roxanne Perez.
Who gets shot? It's got to be Luca, right?
No, I mean they're the main, they're the trio of cops.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, but I'm saying who gets shot then?
Oh,
who plays the father?
Pretty much always Gallus, right?
It's got to be Gallus. Gallus, yeah. I'm not encouraging anybody.
All three of them. It's a shotgun.
They could be fired. I left out that in every episode they'll be like you can see a witness that may have saw it. She just sneaks back into the kitchen and like the old lady or the bodega cat. Anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into some rumors and news here really quickly. We are going to quickly
all news is rumors in 2024.
Rumors. Don't forget, we're going to quickly break down Halloween Havoc. We're not going to spend tons of time on it because it wasn't that long.
We'll spend as much time as we need.
Oh shit. Okay, fine. All right, let's see what we got here, man. According to PW Insider, it says that Goldberg is not currently scheduled for Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. So the story with Gunther will not be advanced on the show. So me and Jimmy were saying that we believe that Gunther's going to cost. Goldberg's going to cost Gunther the championship, golden diamond match, whatever the hell it's called. With that being said, you idiots at PW Insider, just because he is not currently scheduled doesn't mean he's not literally on the plane and probably there already. He's probably being fed grapes. Like you could see him, with the ladies that have the long veils and stuff, and they're hanging grapes, and he's just like reaching up with his mouth, eating them, and then you have another one massaging like the corns out of his toes. Vet, your thoughts on this stupid article?
Well, the whole damn thing's stupid, isn't it? Like, are we supposed to just assume that because they happened to be in Atlanta one night and they pulled a quick rib that they're actually going to ask this guy back and pay him money to do what?
I think they are. I think he hits Gunther. Okay. I swear to God, I think he comes in while the referee's down on a schmaz finish, and I think he hits Gunther with a spear. Brother, it is what it is.
So fucking tired of this guy. Can he just fucking go away, please?
No, he's Goldberg.
No, he isn't.
Oh shit.
He's a crippled old man.
He's Oldberg. Is that fair?
Yeah. Wow. He can't do anything anymore. He could barely. He almost fell over trying to come in the ring. Are you fucking serious? It's time for his son to start doing stuff. Is what it's time to do. Like if we want to do that, like if we're gonna go with that, maybe. If Gage has any interest in, he's already got a name for it. He doesn't even have to change it. That's a wrestler name, Gage Goldberg.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
just
right.
Gage.
Let's see the kid. But yeah, no. I mean, whatever they do, okay, maybe they could do that. They could bring Goldberg over. Maybe they could have him, cost, be a heel and interfere in a match.
Babyface.
Here's what I think should happen. Because I mentioned this on your show yesterday as a tease.
You did.
I said why they should just beat Cody flat and not even worry about any outside interference.
I would like that.
Gunther should just beat him. Just beat him. No help, no out, no nothing. Just beat Cody. Why? Because Cody's riding high right now.
He is.
He's the top guy. He really hasn't faced too much adversity as of lately. This gimmick belt that they're carrying around with like 20 guys carrying this big ass suitcase with a belt in it, this is becoming a heel belt. So you don't want that anywhere near Cody because he's already got enough heat from some of these internet, people complaining. Cody's run is a total failure.
Isn't he a heel though?
Who?
Cody.
He's just Cody. Well, like Cody smartly said, I mean, if you don't like me, I'm already a heel. So why should I change? Right? So keep that belt away from him. Give it to the guy that is supposed to be a heel, and let him gloat about it and being the champion of champions. And then that way we could set up a real money match with, Cody and Walter when something's really on the line, not just this green belt, this giant green belt.
I do agree. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we will be breaking down. We're talking about some news right now. We're breaking down Halloween Havoc and then jumping into NXT. So stay tuned for the rest of the show. It's going to be a long one. I don't disagree with you, my friend. I really don't give. I mean, I'm just going to watch it because wrestling's on. Does that make sense? Like none of this means anything to me, this show. And it shouldn't mean anything except just enjoy it. Just have fun. There's nothing really to watch around on a Saturday afternoon. Or what is it, Saturday? Saturday afternoon or whatever.
I don't even know.
But what
day
is it, chat?
I do like that. To me, I don't even think they should really promote it on TV that much.
Explain.
Because nobody is going to it, right? So
You're not? I'm going to be there.
No, I mean the people, like the people that are there are going to go, the local people, right. But like everywhere else in the world is not going to go see this. So it's not like you have to sell the tickets, and it's on Peacock. So it's not like you buy a pay-per-view or anything. So what I think they should just do is just say like, hey, this is basically a big super card house show, and it just happens. The matches just happen and you can watch it or not. Yeah, and I don't like when they spent a lot of TV time in the previous ones trying to make angles out of it, because the only reason you really waste TV time on angles is if you're trying to get people in the building. That's not a problem that the WWE's had lately. So,
speaking of Angle, I miss Kurt Angle. I don't know why.
Maybe he's ready to make a return. I'd rather see him come back than Goldberg.
At least one more match. Just one more, like, real match against somebody who... I want to see Angle versus Gable. Like a retirement
They
match.
did Angle so dirty with that whole Baron Corbin shit.
Baron Corbin, Jesus Christ.
Can you believe somebody like of all the things that man did, and Vince McMahon's gonna have the nerve to be like, well, you're in a program with Corbin, so that's it.
Bro, Bruce, you're reading my mind. I mean, all jokes aside, man, I want to see milk drinking heel Kurt Angle come and manage these people. It would be fucking glorious. I'm talking about American Made for those listening on audio. I think it would be great. I think that team would get a great rub off.
I actually don't like that.
Why not?
I think he should get involved with them, and they should get heat on him.
Long term though.
Like he tried, like he would try to be like, the kindly old mentor to Chad Gable, and Chad Gable be a dick about it. And eventually maybe they hurt Kurt Angle.
Right. Chad Gable like, what have you ever won? And Kurt's like, I won an Olympic medal, gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
That would be more entertaining than just him just randomly coming in to manage them. That's no.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Sonic the Hedge Rat, who jumped in late, and our friend who is absolutely gay, Colin Wyson. All right, so let's see what else we got here, Vet. As we move along here, it says here, WWE apparently has also reached out to Lita about possibly doing a match next week on NXT's ECW arena show. So that's gonna be cool. Are you looking forward to that? Are you looking forward to that, bro? Them wrestling. Remember how we discussed a couple of weeks ago? Shit, I wonder if that's why they did it. I think we discussed this like a month or two ago, where I was saying that I felt that they should bring NXT to like the ballroom over here. I forgot. Where they had Monday Night Raw or the ECW arena. I think we literally had mentioned that, and now they're doing it. So that's awesome. Thank you for listening, Stooges out there in the NXT world. You excited about it though? You like the fact that they're going to be wrestling in that venue?
I don't care. Everybody wrestles in that venue.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And speaking of facts, let's say, let me see. Let's see what else we got. Bobby Lashley claimed on the Lame Guys podcast. What is that? The Lame Guys podcast.
I don't know, but apparently they're over. They just randomly get a Bobby Lashley.
Okay. That some wrestlers tried to get almost fired when he first started in WWE because he hit them too hard and stuff like that, end quote.
Wait, what? Hold on. He said other wrestlers tried to get fired because tried to get Bobby fired.
No, they tried to get almost fired. Because, and I quote, he hit them too hard and stuff like that.
So Bobby Lashley
claims wrestlers in the WWE tried to get almost fired because he was too stiff.
Oh.
Your thoughts?
Oh. Well, I mean, this sounds like the classic got you for working stiff, huh? I was just listening to
gotcha, bitch. Sorry.
Yeah, them talk about the what Stevie was talking about, the Mr. Kennedy gentle belly to back suplex to Randy Orton, where Randy Orton said he hurt his neck and got him fired and all this other stuff. And then I remember hearing another story later about him going to TNA and Booker being like, they got you with the old working stiff thing, huh?
You know, the artist brings up guys like Stan Hansen. I mean,
yeah, wasn't nobody going to tell that guy, but I mean, okay, so maybe almost, you know, I could see a guy like that who's not familiar with wrestling, not knowing his own strength at first.
He's so green, dude.
Right, at first, but they do not put guys like that in the ring in a match with no experience, bro. So it's like he had to have been trained, and if he wasn't being trained properly, then isn't that on you to train him properly? And then also what happens is these people will tell him, whoever's like producing him will be like, you need to be aggressive. You need to be aggressive in there. You're a mean giant. You know, you can see that kind of shit. And you know what happens when they hype up somebody that doesn't know what they're doing? They think being aggressive means you just got to like swing as hard as you can. So that's not what being aggressive means. But if you don't explain it, if you don't explain the 10,000 unwritten rules of wrestling to new wrestlers, then they're going to make all these mistakes.
I'm not going to read this, but it's fucking hilarious. Jose Luis Rivera, good morning. Yeah. So, well, almost is still there. So we'll see how that works out. According to multiple sources, Mustafa Ali's name has come up behind the scenes. Surprise, surprise, in AEW. Mustafa Ali, vet, future AEW Intercontinental Breakfast Champion.
I think so. I think the sky's the limit for Mustafa Ali. Is he not doing the political gimmick anymore? Even though right now we're in the most election-related news cycles we've ever had, ever in the history of ever, and he's dropping the I'm a wrestling politician gimmick.
I don't know. Like I haven't watched most of it. So I usually listen to you guys break down TNA, but I don't remember you mentioning him. Where's he been? He's
been gone ever since they took that X Division title off him.
Well, speaking of TNA, ladies and gentlemen, head over to channelattitude.com and check out the Impact Attack, which was put up early yesterday. So you can check out Brandon and the vet. I have to finish listening to it. You got about an hour and 30 minutes of show there. So enjoy that, man.
It's a beautiful show. All of you guys should check it out. Don't let TNA scare you off. It's mostly like a 2-hour show of me cutting a promo the entire time.
Speaking of promotion, what did you play yesterday, real quickly, on your stream, on your Twitch TV.stream?
I'm working on a game called The Quarry.
Oh.
It's sort of like an interactive movie,
like the 3DO movies.
No, it's sort of a game, but then it plays out like a movie, and then you have choices that you have to make at certain dialogue times. So what I do is I let the people watching pick what the answers are going to be. And I just sit back and enjoy it and chat with everybody.
Not 3D. What was the game system that was synonymous with that game where they had to kind of ban it because there was
Night Trap is probably the game you're thinking of, and then the Sega CD was what that originally came. Did you know you can buy Night Trap now? It's like on digital for like $15 or something. They re-released it, they touched it up, and it's just.
I would do it just for the hell of it.
Yeah, everywhere. Check that out, Night Trap.
I'll check it out, Night Trap. Apparently, some young lady gets assaulted. Let's leave it that way. So they took it down. All right, let's see here. And finally, we have WWE is looking for a new director of music strategy and operations. So basically, I heard this story already. This person is not going to actually be. They're looking for somebody to fill the job where he looks for people or she looks for people to make music for WWE, or they hire this person to get the rights to certain music. Because from what I heard, Vet, and I don't know if you've heard this, guys out there, but WWE is going to start leaning towards using more mainstream music for their wrestlers, much like AEW is doing with I don't know, with Orange Cassidy and who else was doing it?
Yeah, Jungle.
Jungle Boy and that type of shit.
Little Brooks Jensen.
Little Brooks Jensen, and don't forget what's his name, fucking Dean Ambrose with Wild Thing and that type of stuff.
Right.
So looks like WWE's gonna be, So it looks like WWE's gonna be moving that way. I'm just gonna roll through this really quickly to see if there's any more news. And like
Jim Johnson's not busy.
Jim Johnson, such a creative, like what an amazing creative person, man. I just wanted to touch on this. I don't like talking politics much, but you have people like Mick Foley who's going on. You got Hulk Hogan, Mick Foley, Batista, Undertaker, Kane, all these people getting involved with politics, and they have all the right in the world to do that. But again, I like to say that I stepped away from politics on air, even mostly on social media. If I ever do anything political, it's usually on Twitter, and it's not much. I really stayed away from that. I really wish that wrestlers would just stay away from this politics thing, because this is our getaway. And that's just an opinion. I'm just saying that. I'm not asking your opinion on it, but I'm just so fucking tired of, because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And
right, because everybody that does anything, this is what I said on the wreckage, everybody that does anything in this social media space is saying, hey, look at me, I'm out here, hey, follow me, like me, I have an opinion too. They're all doing that, and that's what it is. They're trying to just get attention. That's what it is. It's fine. They're because they try to make money doing that. None of these people have real jobs, so you got to get your following from somewhere, right?
It's true. So I'm just that's just my thought process. But I will encourage you, as Americans, no matter who the hell you vote for, I'm going to use this platform to say this: no matter who you want to vote for, in my humble opinion, is just vote for the person you think is the best at the job. I would encourage you not to vote against somebody because maybe you don't like him or her or so on and so forth. But the most important thing is to go out and vote, man. And don't listen to the rhetoric out there. Oh, your vote doesn't count. Your vote fucking counts. You're an American citizen. You have the right to vote. I think you should go out there and vote. So just vote for whoever you feel will do the best job for you as an American citizen. So that's all we got there. Well, Vet, that's enough news for the day, my friend. I think we pretty much covered all that shit. So why don't we jump? Let me see. You got the keys. I think we're ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's fun. It's wholesome. It's a good time to go back to a better yesteryear, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to this day in professional wrestling history.
Will you stop? What you gonna do? Boobies.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back, way back to 1960 something. Yeah, we're going all the way back, ladies and gentlemen. It is October 30th, the day before Halloween. Ooh, tomorrow, which I don't have to fucking deal with at work. Oh, no handing out candy to those little brats.
So what year is it? 1960?
1969. It was a very good year. I don't know if you know
was Halloween invented yet?
It was absolutely invented. And ladies and gentlemen, in Gifu, Japan, Antonio Inoki, who would go on to create New Japan Pro Wrestling, and oh boy, Mikey beat Buddy Austin and Mr. Atomic to win the JWA All Asian Tag Team belt, which had been declared vacant a few weeks earlier after a controversial finish between the same teams. I don't know who these people are.
I don't know either, but I think the JWA wasn't that originally like the one Japanese promotion, and then I think that is the promotion that then split into All Japan and New Japan.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
So that was the. Yes.
Other than that, I don't know.
The predecessor. But let's fast forward to a time that we probably do remember, ladies and gentlemen, because I think most of us were born after the year 1990. It is 1990.
Nothing happened for a good 20 years.
More than that, but no, 20 years, yeah, about 21 years. At a TV taping for the main event in Fort Wayne, Indiana, one of the most famous phantom title changes in wrestling history took place. As I remember this, as the
and Mike Martin was there. Mike Martin was right there in the crowd.
He was. Vet, I'm not going to say it. Do you remember what phantom title change took place here? 1990.
You said 1990?
Yes, sir.
In Fort Wayne, Indiana?
Mm-hmm.
In what promotion?
WWE, WWF.
Was this when the Rockers and the Hart Foundation did the thing and the rope broke and then they had a match with no rope and then Rockers won it and then they overturned it because no rope?
Yeah.
Or some bullshit like that.
That's exactly what happened.
Okay.
Vince McMahon thought it would look aesthetically terrible for TV. So I just never understood why he didn't go back and just do the match again and just have the Rockers. Why didn't the Rockers never get a tag team?
Because Shawn Michaels probably fucked up some hotel room or something, and they were like, "Man, fuck him."
Man, fuck him indeed. So that took place.
Wait for that lawsuit to come out.
And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to break down Halloween Havoc and, of course, NXT coming up right after this. 2000. Let's go to the year 2000. Monday Night Raw occurred at the Fleet Center in Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, you can jump in a car, go to the ballpark, get yourself a hot dog. The opening match saw Eddie Guerrero, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, defend his Intercontinental Championship against China. Eddie got pinned after Stevie Richards interfered and hit China with a Stevie kick. Let me see, elsewhere on the card is Stone Cold Steve Austin pinned Rikishi in steel cage match, and The Rock beat Chris Jericho to become the #1 contender for Kurt Angle's WWF Championship. After the Rock Jericho match, Rikishi attacked The Rock, furthering the "I did it for The Rock" storyline, where Rikishi was revealed to be the person that ran down Stone Cold Steve Austin with his car. What a year! What a time to be a professional wrestling fan. Now I'll ask you a question, Vet.
Mm-hmm.
What was the #1 wrestling game in the year 2000?
The #1 wrestling game in the year 2000?
What was the #1 wrestling game in the year 2000? Let's see if you remember.
I don't remember.
So let me see. You had No Mercy. You had WWF SmackDown 2. WWF SmackDown. They both came out the same year, just in different, a couple of months apart.
Right.
WCW Backstage Assault, which is possibly the worst.
Oh, that's got to be #1.
Virtual Pro Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
These all came out in 2000.
The original Virtual Pro Wrestling, not Part 2?
Part 2. I'm sorry. Part 2. I apologize. WWF Royal Rumble.
Sega Dreamcast?
Mm-hmm. An All Japan Pro Wrestling game, Giant Graham 2000.
Oh, Stevie loves that game.
Does he really? Never heard of it. What is this? Big Bang Pro Wrestling 2000. Never heard of that.
Probably Japanese.
We have ECW's Hardcore Revolution.
That was it. That's #1. Easy.
ECW Anarchy Rules.
Oh, wow. They both came out the same year again?
Yep. And finally, we end the list with All-Star Pro Wrestling. So out of these games, man, what's #1 for you? What's #1 for you? No Mercy apparently was #1 game.
Yeah, that's a classic. No Mercy. Probably, in many people's top wrestling game ever. I wouldn't disagree. But yeah, I mean, those are like, some of those games are really shitty. and some of them I didn't play. And I mean, like, I never played the ECW games, but I did play Warzone and Attitude, so I know how the games were. Terrible. Yeah.
I was a PlayStation guy, so at the time, so I had SmackDown.
Yeah, when we were busy convincing ourselves that those games were fun and good. Like, we played them and they were absolutely awful. Remember in the original SmackDown game how you would, like, there was no sense of, like, damage or like progression. Nope. So you would hit a guy with like 5 finishers. Like you give yourself 5 finishers, and it did nothing. And then you could hit them with a punch, and they'd stay down for like 10 minutes. Like at any point in the match, it made absolutely no sense. Everything was totally random. And we were just like, but look, it's the newest roster. Like we're so happy that we got new wrestlers to play as.
Did the play-by-play, the horrible play-by-play come in SmackDown too? I can't remember. Whereas like Taz is like El Snow is angry. You know, during the match.
But yeah, that to load the comments one at a time. And the other thing about SmackDown 2 was like that was where you would try to like in career mode, you know, you would pick a wrestler and you would the game would like book you on the card. Yeah, I was trying. Like, no matter how many matches I won, I was trying to get Rodney from the Mean Street Posse, but they just would never give him any title shots or anything. No matter who I beat, how bad I beat him, it was like Rodney was stuck at the bottom, you know? And for some reason, and I remember this, and like me and my brother joke about it to this day, about for some reason, they always had like a women's match. And for some reason, The Undertaker was always the special referee for those women's matches.
Are you serious?
Yes. In our version, it was like they kept putting The Undertaker as like the special referee for women's matches in SmackDown 2.
And it was also very frustrating for me because I just wanted to see the belts. You came, it just said WWF World Champion. You never saw the belt, and it was
you want to see him wearing the belt. That's why it was cool in like WCW NWO Revenge when you would do the little ladder, and then at the end there would be like the champion, you know, and they would come out wearing the belt. Like, so for example, if you did the tag team thing, it was like the Faces of Fear were like the hidden unlockable team, and they came out with the belts on. Yep. And then when you beat them, your team wears the belts every time they come out.
We're about 36 strong right now. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we're here live every single Wednesday, 11 a.m. on various Hami Media Group social streaming platforms. So join us here, man, every single weekend for other great content. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we will be reviewing Halloween Havoc and NXT. What are you gonna say, Pat? I'm sorry.
Oh, Mike Martin said Rodney Mack had the White Boy Challenge in the game. What game? Which game do you have the White Boy Challenge in?
I don't know, but I'm about
to get a copy right now.
I'm challenging myself not to run to take.
Because I don't remember that.
I might have to run to the bathroom. A Christian in 2001 defeated Bradshaw on SmackDown to win the European Championship. Yes, he did. And Booker T and Test won the WWF Tag Team Championships from Chris Jericho and The Rock. They sure fucking did. And The Rock. Chris Jericho and The Rock were tag team champions. Do you remember that? I don't.
Who was it? Rock and who?
And Jericho.
I mean,
I don't remember this at all.
Every main event singles wrestler was the tag team champions with each other at some point because we didn't have real tag team divisions back then, right?
Yep. King of 2K24 has asked me what the best game was. I'll tell you the game I had the most fun with, and the game that I literally still play to this day. I still have a PlayStation 2 here.
Tecmo World Wrestling. Oh,
negative. It is Here Comes the Pain. The SmackDown. I like it. I literally still play it here. I have my PlayStation 2, and I have the little gimmick with the, what do you call it? You know, what is the red, yellow, white, what is it called? The wires? The coax cables? Is that
no, coax is the one you screw in. We'll just say it was those ones.
Yeah, well, I have a little
composite.
Composite. No, I can't remember. Anywho, I have like a special little box that I plug those into, and then I could plug an HDMI cable to my screen here. All right, Vet, this is bad. I really have to go to the bathroom. I don't know what to do. Is there any way we can time out and you just talk about like something for like 2 minutes.
No, I can pick up the history thing. Are you using that one shitty website that gets everything wrong?
Yes, TJR.
All right, let me quickly.
I'm sorry,
look
guys.
that up.
I don't usually do this, but I should have went before I started. I just kind of jumped in. So sorry. I'll be right back. I'll be quick. I'm gonna knock myself out
this
here.
up, guys. How you guys doing? Everybody doing great?
I'll vamp until he gets it. How's that?
No, Ray, go ahead.
Okay.
I've almost got it. Just go.
Right.
Just go.
Right.
I've almost got it here.
I'll be back. Sorry.
Pull it over to the side. Okay, October 30th, this day in wrestling history. Oh, they got a picture of SCU holding up some AEW belts on this particular page here. If you remember SCU, we were at 2007. 6 weeks after making his debut in TNA Wrestling, Junior Fatu, formerly known as Rikishi, left the company over a pay raise dispute. Man, this guy just never stopped complaining about shit, did he? Although in TNA, I can imagine he probably had a legit gripe. 2016, WWE Hell in a Cell. It's held in the TD Bank, North Garden, Boston. 3 cell matches. See, I'm glad we don't do this gimmick anymore, where every match, like where we have gimmick themed pay-per-views. That way we could keep the stipulation special. What do you guys think? That's how I think.
I'm back. That was quick.
All right. Okay. I was just talking about, I'll just do this one since I'm already on it. I'm doing the Hell in the Cell one.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. So 3 Hell in a Cell matches in one night. And I was just saying how I'm glad we got rid of this bullshit.
The pay-per-view itself?
Yeah, where you just have the same match 3 times. You know,
yeah,
it's almost TNA Lockdown.
Almost.
Okay, the first cell match, Roman Reigns pinned Rusev to retain the United States Championship, and then Seth Rollins was pinned by Universal Champion Kevin Owens in the second Hell in a Cell match. That's pretty crazy, right? Thinking about it. And then the main event was Sasha Banks versus Charlotte Flair. And then Flair would go on to win the match after trying to throw Banks through a table twice. And then finally hitting the natural selection and getting a pin. So that was 2016 Hell in a Cell. That's the only thing that happened that day, I guess. Back to you, Ray.
Well, we got 2019 now. We're in the we're a brand new promotion by the name of AEW. AEW Dynamite was held in Charleston, West Virginia, in the AEW Tag Team Championship Tournament Finals. Let's see how many. This is just for fun. Let's see how many people are still with this company in this match. SCU, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky took on the Lucha Bros, Pentagon and Phoenix. The match ended via pinfall after Sky rolled up Phoenix to win the crown. SCU was the first ever AEW Tag Team champions. Are those 2 guys still with AEW? This is it, by the way.
Frankie is gone.
Oh shit.
Scorpio is there doing nothing. The Lucha Brothers are being held prisoner doing nothing.
Well, that's right. They can't do anything, right? Because this kid wants to leave and sign with the WWE, but they don't want that. So
that's right.
Interesting. All right, Vet. Let me see here. I'm trying to do 2 things at once. How do you spell generic?
GALLUS.
Okay, here we go. All right. We have some notable deaths. Let's start with that. Bob Geigel passed away in 2014. Are you familiar with that name?
Bob Geigel, yes. That is oh God. All right, this is what happens when you forget everything. Yes, I am familiar. Just can't remember now. It's lost in the Rolodex.
He wrestled with the NWA for quite some time. Let me see. Bob Geigel was recruited. Let me see. It says here, Bob Geigel became a promoter in 1960.
Yeah, that's what I know him as, not as a wrestler.
Right, but he was also a wrestler too. Allegedly.
Yeah.
What else we got here? I don't know. Edward Carpentier. Yeah,
Carpentier. Yes.
Carpentier. There you go.
Yeah, legendary Canadian.
Yes.
Frenchman wrestler, right?
But let's talk about some birthdays, Vet. We have Luther. You know Luther. You may have heard of him. Born in 1960.
Jericho's friend.
Yeah, the guy that's he's doing the gimmick with what's her face, Timeless Tony Storm.
Yeah, him.
It's his birthday today. He's born 1968. Alex the Pug Porto, born in 1969.
This is one of the lesser mentioned guys that came in with the Goon, TL Hopper, Freddie Joe Floyd, Who, and that basic round of gimmicks there. One of them was Alex the Pug Porto.
That's him.
Just a wrestler.
Finally, Vet, born in 1973. You can all go on social media right now and say, on behalf of the Vet and Big Ray, we wish the great Edge a happy birthday. What do you think, Vet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy that cake with your fucking stupid broken leg, you idiot.
You stupid idiot. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was this day in professional wrestling history. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get spooky as we jump into, have music for this. Let's see how this works. Now it is time to review Halloween Havoc. It is a spooky time here in NXT as we have all of the trainees wrestling on a pay-per-view. Will it be diabolical? Will it be devilish? We don't know. I need the Professor to do this because Professor does the whole evil laugh much better than me. But anywho, it is Halloween Havoc 2024, ladies and gentlemen. This show came to us live October 27th, 2024 on the Cock from the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania, where all the candy have blades in them and they will cut little holes in your throat. I don't know. I don't know what else. I tried to make it evil. I really did.
I mean, a Hershey bar is a plain Hershey bar is just as deadly.
It is so evil. Oh wait, wrong music. All right, so.
All right, well let's get into it. Let's get right into it. I even have some kickoff coverage for you guys because I try to be as professional as possible. Because a lot of times I'm on here like, I didn't watch this shit, Ray. What do you think? So I want to at least, I'm not, Anyway,
I need the kickoff, brother.
We got a bunch of kickoff. We got some content on the kickoff for once.
Talk to me. Tell me.
I skimmed through it to get to all the fresh content, and I skipped all the stuff of like Megan and the guy that used to have a curly fro, but now is just bald. I skipped all that. Got right to the main attractions, which were a sit-down interview with the goddesses. They interviewed the girls, spoke their languages. They answered the questions. They just sat there and looked completely hot the whole time. And so I was into it. Definitely worth going back and checking out. Not so much. We got Dave LaGreca and Bubba Ray Dudley here from Busted Open Radio. They were just in the crowd yelling and not really doing anything. Then we got a little clip of Shotzi and Scarlett. They went to the Haunted Hill house or something or other, and they met up with Otis and Dom there, and they all did that thing where, when you're on the reality show and then people make a loud banging noise and everybody gets scared in night vision. Like they did a lot of that. Yeah, it was some of that. Otis was naked for a portion of it.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Then they show Ava, and she's with the Fatal Influence, and then Kalani's there, and she's like, just spin the damn wheel or whatever, and
make the deal.
Or pick the stip. They already spun the wheel, so we know they get to choose, and then they say, we choose a gauntlet match. So Kalani has to face all three of them, and if she loses to any of them, she drops the belt right then and there.
Well, let's cross our fingers, God, please.
Yeah. That's a little cliffhanger for later. Sarah's with the other two ladies. It's Dark Cora and Dark Roxanne. So we get equal time. We get an interview with them. Even though they're speaking English, it's still way worse than the other interview. And they do have matching jackets, though. So as much as they say, like, you know, yeah, whatever, I guess we're friends, but they have matching jackets. So, and then finally, the last thing that happens on the kickoff show is that Ridge Holland shirtlessly interrupts Dave and Bubba just to cut an 80s promo on them. So
I'm going to say something because I'll forget it later. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know what I'm being possessed by, maybe because it's Halloween. But I fucking really like Ridge Holland's theme song. I don't know why. I don't know why. I like it. It just
he hasn't always had this one, right? When did he get this particular one? Right on the heel turn?
Around the heel turn. Around when he started, flipping out. And then he was still with Chase U, still using that theme song, but it fits him more now, more than ever. But I kind of like it. I don't know what it is, but neither here.
Hey, all right. Hey, a banger is a banger. He came from the Bangers guys, right? So
yeah, he's growing on me a little bit. I hate to say it.
Ridge finally entering that money phase of his career.
Well, I mean, it is developmental, brother.
And we are entering Halloween Havoc proper because we are now ready. We're showing Paige and Trick arriving. We get the intro from Gigi Dolan.
Mm-hmm.
And then we open up with the Don versus the Ruler Part 2. Tables, ladders, and scares.
I got a lot to say about this.
Then you better get started.
Well, it's just very simple. Again, who are the baby faces here?
I don't know.
Are the baby faces supposed to be the D'Angelo family? Is this the Rocky story? Aren't you supposed to root for Rocky? Do you remember that? Do you remember Rocky 3, right? After he lost the match, right? And he got the rematch. Do you remember when what's his name? What's his brother-in-law?
Paulie.
Remember when Paulie came into the ring and attacked Clubber Lang with a chair, and then and then Adrian came out, and then she came into the ring, and then she swept. She gave him like the old fucking sweep, so he broke. Do you remember that?
And Duke jumped in and he said, "Throw in the damn towel."
Right, throw in the damn towel. They made a statue of him, and
then Apollo came in and just hit him with that right cross.
So they all beat the shit out of fucking Clubber Lang, and then Rocky finally got the win. What the fuck was this dumb shit? This was so stupid. Hello, how is this supposed to be a good thing? The babyface fucking not only had to cheat, he couldn't win on his own at all. You just buried fucking. He just literally. You know how people always throw around the term burying a talent? You're burying fucking Tony D'Angelo because you literally said, number one, he ain't tough enough to do it by himself. Number two, he needs his entire fucking crew to get involved at the end of the match to attack one man. This was literally the worst out. Was this what do they call it, a rib? Was this a rib?
It's a rib.
Was this a joke?
Bro, a rib.
Bro, listen to me. Bro. This was the worst booking I've ever seen since I put anything on a poll, bro.
Now wait, Ray. You just talked about the booking. You didn't even talk about any of that. Would be one thing if they did any of it well. Did you like how Adriana was backing away in the middle of the ring like she was on a skyscraper window ledge? Like, oh my God, I don't know where he's looking at me. Oh my goodness. And then Oba looked at her and he looked at the table and the crowd saw what he was thinking. And then when she escaped or whatever, the crowd booed because he didn't put her through the table. They were like, boo, we almost had it. You took the table from us, you jerks.
Hold on. Don't forget. They had to use a fucking crowbar too.
Wait. That was my next thing. So did you like how she grabbed a crowbar and it was wobbling worse than her legs when she was backing up? You could almost hear it go wubba 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 when she.
Listen, the only thing I enjoy wobbling were her butt cheeks coming out of I got to be honest with you, coming out the shorts. She is a very, listen, with all due respect, that is one good looking young lady.
Yes.
She needs to get the fuck away from these people and stop with the fake Italian accent. This was possibly the worst burial of a talent I've seen in quite some time. And I don't know if any of you people are real wrestling fans, you would know this is stupid. This is bad. This is dumb. This was the worst. But I got some news coming out. I wanted to save it for this segment.
Okay, you're up.
We may not see any more of Obafemi in NXT because word is that he got promoted to Raw or SmackDown.
What a way to within the company to help this guy reach that next echelon, right? This is how you want to do that, right? This is how you want to make the transition. Man, this guy's doing such a good job. Let's fuck him.
See, Todd Brantley is saying that here's the thing. I wish more people would crap on this awful booking because it's NXT. They won't. I do agree with you that there is a bias. There is definitely a bias. But much like AEW fans, and I'm going to go back and forth, AEW fans do the same shit. They watch Orange Cassidy with his hands in his pocket, do a kip up, and it's like the best thing they've ever seen in the world.
Yeah, but but that's the difference, though. The difference is Orange Cassidy does a kip up with his hands in his pockets. Nobody books that. Nobody sits down and has meetings about that.
Right, I get you.
So anyway, look. So awful. Tony kicks out of his finish too, just in case the rest of the burial wasn't enough. It's like, well, let me kick out of the finish.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then the family hits, like you said, they ran a train on him, hit him with the rubber crowbar, they hit him with the chair, they hit him with the shatter machine on the chair, and then they spine busted him through the table. And he didn't quite get up for it, and Tony just said, fuck it, let's do it anyway. So there you go.
He sandbagged him a little bit. I don't know.
Well, he just wasn't. He didn't sandbag him. He just wasn't ready. Like they didn't get the up down time. Whatever. Let's move on. It's very sad. We love you, Oba. You'll get through this, brother. While these guys are stuck down here possibly forever, you'll be moving on to bigger, better things.
Bro, Oba is. I'm telling you when I say this, man. Right now in 2024 in October, Obafemi is my favorite professional wrestler. He's my guy. He's my number one. I fucking love everything about Obafemi, and I cannot wait for the world to see this man on a big stage. I hope they don't fuck him over. I hope they keep the music. I hope they don't change the music. He needs to have that walk that he does fucking down to. Everything is perfect. Don't change anything about Obafemi. And he doesn't even need a manager. He can talk. He can wrestle. He looks great. He dresses really good, this guy. I mean, he's just made for this business, and he's come such a long way. When we were goofing at him throwing refrigerators in those vignettes or whatever the fuck he was tossing around, giant tires and stuff. We're like, who is this guy throwing things around? My God, Obafemi.
He was on a football field throwing stuff, and then he picked up the football field and threw it.
He threw how do you throw a football field then? How? You have to be Obafemi.
With your shot putting hand.
Mm-hmm. My God.
So Sarah is with Brian Pillman Jr. and he's like, I need a corner man for my cup match. But I guess everybody just sees my father. And I was thinking like, no, they see you because you've been doing everything you can to say that you're not your father, and you change your name and all this other stuff. None of these young ass people even know who your father is. So how are you going to use that as an excuse? But whatever. He's just reading what was written and handed to him. And then, just like I said would happen, a familiar face steps up and says, I'll be your corner man, Sunshine.
Yeah, I'm good. I was happy to see William Regal, or Stephen Regal, however you love and remember him, as back on screen, man. It's good to see that. I think eventually William's gonna screw over. We'll talk about that next. Yeah, I'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. All right, now the main event: Dark Cora and Dark Roxanne.
What?
Versus the light, the heavenly light of these goddesses.
Oh, the main
one
event,
of whom is dressed like a devil. I was watching this match and I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at it, right? Just like my thing says, look at it. I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, you got 3 future legend Hall of Famers and Cora Jade. It's amazing.
I got a text message from a friend of ours. I'm not going to mention the name, but this person was like, he didn't realize how hot Stephanie Vaquer was, and you know who you are. Yeah, like really hot. Like I thought Julia was hot, and that Julia would probably be more of your type, correct? Or would it be Stephanie?
I don't have to choose, do I?
You do, because I'm gonna have one.
No.
Yes.
I found them. They're mine. You can't have any.
Anywho, but not only aesthetically are they gorgeous, they are so fucking good. They made this match good. And Roxanne, of course. Roxanne is amazing. Listen.
Yeah, Roxanne's amazing.
Listen,
Cora didn't screw up anything too bad.
You read my mind, bro. She was okay. She was pretty good, and she looks incredible. So,
but I would have beat her instead for one,
right?
And for two, you know, I know it's a nice premium live event, and I know they want to give everybody some equal time, but you know, there's a reason that things like the World Series or, you know, the NBA Finals or whatever, you know, have multi-game series, because sometimes there's some blowouts, even among champion level teams. Fair. And it would have been nice to just have, you know, Cora and Roxy get blown out here. Just beat the fuck up and left laying. Like, what are you guys even doing here? Like that kind of a thing. If you really want to make a statement sometime, maybe you don't want to do it with these two women. Maybe you want to do it with somebody else, but we just don't see that enough. I would like it. We talked about this in, you know, matches where we're supposed to come in and make statements.
Right.
And
well, we'll talk about that during the
right.
The Delta. What's her name now? Zaria.
Zaria. Yes, yes.
The Zaria match. We'll discuss
Zaria. That. But yeah. So like, you even have Cora coming back from an injury. Like she's got the Steve Austin leg brace on, right? So it would have been real easy for them to just do the spot that Stephanie likes to do where they try to kick her and she does the leg whip thing. And then that just finishes Cora for the rest of the match. And then they just double team Roxanne and beat her or whatever, or just beat Cora still, whatever. Just something to like really, especially because there is a post-match like thing, which is where, you know, Big Zaria Reed, they play her video up on the thing, and then we get a super crow's nest appearance from Big Zaria Reed. Yeah. So am I the only one that's getting Big Bronson Reed vibes from the way they show this video every time she's about to come out? It looks like she's walking through a city or something.
I don't know, but whoever put together these little vignettes with her, I think did a phenomenal job. I get some. What's the movie 300? What is it? 600?
There's a movie called 300. Yes,
it's 300 where the guy kicks the you know, that's the kind of vibe
Sparta?
I'm getting. Yes, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Very, very well done. I love it. It looks great. So, but yeah, man. So decent match. Babies go over.
Yeah. Ced and Javon debate the merits of slapping. Like, when is the right time to slap a guy? Should you refrain from slapping a guy? They talk about it.
Well, yeah. I think, you know, I'll tell you something. A good slap is always better than a punch in the face. If you get into an altercation, you can get yourself a good slap in, and there's no retort. Like, it can suck the soul out of whoever's in front of you. So,
okay. Well, what do you think about them trying to get the phrase "salty" over? Think it's going to work? Is it going to catch, or is this going to be fetch?
I've been hearing that term all World Series long about me as a fan, saying that I'm salty or that Yankee fans are salty, that type of shit.
Yeah.
It's being overused now. I'm a little tired of it, but
well, they seem to just be using it like they just want to say it, like he says bouncy, but they're saying salty.
Bouncy. Yeah.
Is that weird? Salty.
Weird.
Yeah. Busted Open is back again. They're adding time and nothing else to this broadcast.
Hey, Vet, did you know those guys have a podcast called Busted Open?
Oh, it's actually on Sirius XM Radio, Ray. Did you know
Busted
that?
Open.
Yeah.
Busted Open with Bubba Ray Dudley and Don LaGreca.
Yeah.
Dave LaGreca. Don LaGreca is actually Dave LaGreca's brother, and he does a show here in New York. So did you know that?
Real Sports?
No, he does he works with Michael Kay and my boy Peter Rosenberg. They do a radio show here in New York City on the Yes Network. The Yankees, yeah.
So it's about the Yankees?
Well, it's sports. I mean, Don LaGreca, he's known
Real
for
Sports.
Real Sports. He did.
Okay,
Don
that's what I
LaGreca.
asked.
He's awesome. He's learned. He has. Don LaGreca needs to be in wrestling. Dave LaGreca's brother, because he is fucking hilarious. He just loses his mind all the time. He's very, very funny. Actually, let me just put over the fact that Dave LaGreca is a very nice man. Very cool guy.
He's a very nice man.
Oh, come on. All right. I like him. I think he's a very
They
cool
pitched
guy.
to an ambulance match.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Andre Chase, who is trying to get comeuppance on Ridge Holland. And I saw a kendo stick early, so I disavowed this. I have no idea what happened. What happened in this match, Ray, in this ambulance match? Did someone take an ambulance ride?
Yes, unfortunately, it was the one and only Andre Chase who was put in the ambulance after the Redeemer DDT on the stage. Ridge Holland threw him into the back of the ambulance and shut the door. I'm not a big fan of ambulance matches. I'm sorry, guys, or casket matches. Things where you have to be thrown into something and the door has to be closed. Not a big fan of those matches. So,
well, I'm going to make a point later.
Go ahead, buddy.
But I can't make it here because this match never happened.
Fair enough.
Fraxiom is training and talking it out. And I was looking at Nathan Fraser, like, you know, he's running the ropes and everything. And then he's got his shoulders like right up in the frame. And I'm like, oh, hello, muscles.
Right?
Goodbye, hairline.
Noticing that
there are side effects to having a great physique.
Muscles, yeah. So, well, good for him.
Little something with Sarah and Ava here. Not we're talking about. Then we get the Fatal Gauntlet for the North American title.
Oh, it's my favorite match of the night.
All right. Yeah, except for the match itself, but the result, I'm sure, is what you...
Oh, my God.
Well, first we go through Jasmine Nix, right? She gets a 450. A 450, she's not, right?
Yeah, can I just say she's not terrible? Like, she's green as fuck. She's green as fuck, but she's not, like, this is going to sound terrible. For somebody that looks the way she does, she's not bad. Does that make sense?
No. I
Anyway,
mean, yes,
but
no.
Keep it going.
Next is Reptilian Britt Baker. And then she, Kalani hits her with that bridge, like some sort of bridging pin. And then afterwards, RBB hits her with like a cheap shot. She cheap shots her after she already lost, because she knows that her buddy Fallon Henley's coming in. She's running down the ramp trying to hurry up and capitalize on this cheap shot. Mm-hmm. And then she does also get help during the match. She hits her stupid running knee for the win. And then your new North American champion is Fallon Henley. God help us all. And then lights out.
Happy days.
I mean, you made a lateral move here, and then lights out, and then Bronson Zaria attacks the new champion, and probably everybody.
Yes, she has a way with everybody hitting the F5s. So this match makes sense where all the heels pretty much attack the baby face, and then the baby face loses. This makes sense. The first match with Tony D'Angelo didn't. Do you see what I'm getting at here? I mean, come on. But listen, thank God they finally got the belt off of this fucking girl, Kalani Jordan. She's terrible. Good, solid wrestler, just terrible overall. And hey, it's a win, bro. It's a win.
I can't even enjoy it. You know why?
Helen
Because
Henley is awesome.
No,
I bet I've been putting the kid over.
Forget Fallon Henley for a second. I'm not even gonna bother. I've already spent months and years wasting my time talking about her. I'm not gonna do any more. Here's the problem. Kalani Jordan, right? All the stuff we've said about her. But that's the thing. I see right past all of that stuff. I'm looking directly backstage at all these guys who are now trying to backpedal because they forced her too early, too much, too soon, and now they're trying to do whatever they can. They tried to do where she gets the rub off the over chicks that just came in from other fucking countries. they're trying to like do this thing like, oh, look at the sympathy she's getting. She had to wrestle 3 times. They think people are really looking at wrestling like that, dude.
Shit.
Dude, they are not. You can't. They did it with Bronson. They did it with Braun Breaker. They did it with Braun. They jammed him down our throats, and then we choked on it. And then they're like, oh well, Dolph Ziggler beat him. Like they don't know. They don't know what they're doing at all. And it's not, Kalani is what she is, but like she's being put in this position. What's she gonna say? I'm not doing this. Of course not. She's been there 10 minutes. She ain't gonna say no to anybody. So I can't enjoy, because even now taking the belt off her, it's not even just what you're saying. You're happy that she's not the champion. You don't care if she has the North American Women's Championship, which existed this year and this year alone. You don't care about that belt or anything related to it. You just don't like her. But the reason you don't like her isn't because of her. It's because of what they're doing and why they're trying to make you like her. You don't like being told what to like. You want to, if you're going to like Kalani Jordan, you want to choose Kalani Jordan on your own. You know, it's a buffet of lovely ladies, and you want to say, my favorite is actually Kalani Jordan. She's underrated. They should do something with her. Not, oh my God, she just got here and she's winning belts that they just made up and pulled out of nowhere.
She's only been in wrestling for a year. Yeah, we can tell. We can tell.
And now they're like, oh, well, here, go out with the Overgirls. Here, wrestle a gauntlet match. The crowd will think that you're gutsy for fighting 3 women.
See, I'm going to kind of agree with Todd Brantley a little bit here. It says she should have refused to win the title just so we wouldn't have to watch her twerking with Sexy Red. Now, I don't mind her twerking. I do mind Sexy Red twerking. And she can't refuse winning the title because she has to do with what she's told. So.
Her brain doesn't even work in the pro wrestling sense of being grizzled enough to understand how winning the belt could hurt her career. She wouldn't even understand that. If I tried to explain it to her calmly, she would probably just blink at me. Frank says Mike Mondo's coming to his local New Jersey India in November. Please give him a big hug for me, Franks.
And tell him
the vet said hug. Said I will hug anybody except Big Ray. Tell him that. Well, don't tell him that because you
can tell him that.
He won't get it.
J12 says Lola should have got her spot.
They did it with Lola. She got over being a heel because she was such a good heel that she became a babyface because that's what you do in 2024. And they've already gotten bored of her. Right? Where was she on this show?
Bro, they were like, oh, bring her up to Raw. She was ready. Now what? Now what, you fucking dummies? You book this fucking amazing heel, and then you start having her, you put her on in the ring crying about her mother. Oh, you fucking idiots. You fucking dumb assholes. Oh my God, I hate you. I hate you.
If you're gonna talk about your mother, you should come out and talk about how your mother would whoop everybody in this little arena right here. And she doesn't even need to.
I would have been like, listen, my mother didn't do anything for me. I did it myself.
Mama. All right. Sarah and the family. Riz knows who attacked her, but she's already waited long enough. She can wait till Tuesday. She don't have to do nothing right now. That's real, right? That's so real.
Bro, somebody did something to me. I'm gonna find out, and I'm gonna fuck them up right there, or her. Well, I wouldn't fuck up a woman.
In this case, well, spoiler alert, it's a her. All right, the Mark twins are wasting our time again, and then Ridge objects. He's still shirtless, but I think that's because he already had his match. But he comes out holding a mic that he doesn't use, and then Bubba tells him off, and then he just walks away. Okay.
Sometimes less said is better.
Yeah, they should have said less in all of these segments. Yeah. Ava lets a dark Paxley spin for dark Wendy, and it lands on a casket match. So that's what we're getting. And then we get a package, and then we get the Devil's Playground match with Paige trying to recapture the NXT championship, the only championship he's ever won anywhere, versus Trick Williams. And Ray, I said I was going to touch on this later, and later is now.
Oh, shit.
And it doesn't really matter what the wheel says. It doesn't matter what you call it. This is the third time we've seen this match tonight. It's just a match with no rules where you can just use whatever you want. You can call it different things. There's no difference of an ambulance match. There's no difference of a Devil's Playground match. There's no difference in a, what was it? What did they, the tables, ladders, and scares match. No difference. But it's just the third hardcore match we've seen tonight, and I'm a little tired. Well, it's actually the second match we've seen. I've seen tonight. You all had to watch 3, but I only saw 2 because one of them never happened. This was the funny part of the match to me. It's the only thing I care about talking about in the match. I really thought it was funny how both guys held these heavy stairs over their head, and the other one would low blow them. Not thinking what might happen if they lost control of those stairs after the low blow. Like, oh, you're lucky that after I got kicked in the balls, I gently set the stairs down instead of dropping them right on your head. Because you're in front of me, punching me in the balls or kicking me in the balls. So lucky.
Wouldn't it had been a better spot if they could figure a way of kind of like, I mean, not literally dropping the steps on your head, but make it look like, boom, like the steps dropped in your head and then, I don't know. I thought the same shit. Listen, here's the deal. Trick Williams wins this match. Let's just get to the crust of this cake, or pizza. I like pizza, but and the disappointment in the crowd. As much as you think Trick is over, and Trick is over. Trick, people love Trick. They love the song. He's charismatic, but I think a lot of people wanted Ethan Page to be champion again, including myself. I felt deflated, disappointed. I don't know. I just wasn't a fan of this match at all. Like you said, I was a little tired from watching the same type of match being booked over and over and over again. And that was it for me. Like I this was kind of a letdown for me, the end of this pay-per-view. And then obviously we get the Ridge, attacking Trick Williams from the back and stuff, and hits him with the Redeemer DDT. And then Bubba Ray makes a save at the end of the match. Yeah,
with that's the way it goes. Shittiest hit wrist to the top of the head punches. He does that. How Bubba does that punch where he's like, looks like a cat pawing at something. Like,
yes. Yes.
This fucking guy. Jesus Christ.
Former TNA World Heavyweight Champion and leader of the Aces and Eights.
That's right.
Do you know who I am? You're fat.
Do you know who I am?
Well, Vet, let's really quickly, as we're heading into NXT right now, NXT October 29th, 2024. Vet, I guess just a quick synopsis. So what did you think of this whole little PLE thing?
Look at her.
I think that's fair enough. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Yeah. I like it. Yeah.
Quack, quack.
Let's do it again.
Oh, shuggy duggy quack, quack.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is NXT live from Florida. October 29th, 2024. The fallout of Halloween Havoc, ladies and gentlemen. This show is headlined by the debuting Zaria. And we kick off the show, Vet. And I have to put over that Zaria is actually, I don't know what's wrong with, I don't know if this is wrong with me or why am I attracted to her?
Well, she's, some people like that primal,
yes,
that violence. There's a bloodlust in the air. It's just
like my wife. She actually puts on war paint before we make love. Is that normal?
Well, normal for who?
Oh. Hey, look who's here. It's Jimmy T. Good day, mate.
Was he the good luck charm that the Yankees needed by believing in them?
He really fucking did. I'll put Jimmy over. He really did say, you know, don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Yeah.
So
forget it when John Cena says it, but if Jimmy T says it,
well, it's a whole different story. By the way, check out I Like It Raw with Jimmy T right here on YouTube, Hami Media Group on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, head over to YouTube. Check out our show yesterday. It was actually a good, solid, fun show we did. And it's kind of shorter than usual, but it was fun. So yeah, check that out, man. Yeah. Good Raw review. All right, Vet, let's do this NXT.
Let's do an NXT blast.
October 29th.
Blast on through. Okay.
Let's do it. I got you.
Dark Paxley.
Oh, shit.
She interrupts the actual recap of Halloween Havoc by rolling this casket through and cutting a promo. So I like that. And we'll save that intro for later, and we're gonna do a casket match right now with Dark Wendy. Or Dark Sally. Was she Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas here or something? Anyway, for a second I thought I had to disavow this match. But it turned out it was a broom, actually.
I thought of you. I was like, I swear to God, when she reached under, I'm like, this bitch is gonna grab a kendo stick and Vet's gonna stop watching this match. But she pulled out something that would actually be under a wrestling ring. A goddamn broom. It worked. I was very happy about that, Vet. I was very happy that you were able to watch the match. And by the way,
so I did somewhat watch this match, and I watched Wendy get hip tossed, or not Wendy, but Wendy hip toss Paxley into her own dollhouse. That was interesting. I don't know why she would put her own dollhouse in danger like that. It seems like something she would want to keep safe in the back, but nice, perhaps Wendy had it dragged out there, like against Paxley's will. Who knows? This match wasn't important enough to not cut to William Regal and Brian Pillman Jr. doing Stevie Richards Fitness. But eventually, Dark Wendy does get extinguished and put in the casket. And this poor kid just can't catch a break because not only did Rosemary turn on her for no reason at Bound for Glory, even though it was Rosemary's fault they lost, but she turned on poor Wendy, but now she's getting beat in this casket match. So, I mean, at least she'll get a nap in there, at least.
The only good thing I like about this match is that Wendy Choo painted her entire face. I think that looks better for her. I like that look, that great Muda type look that she was going for. I listen, bro. I told you, I'm not a fan of casket matches. I was a fan of Tatum Paxley, if you know what I mean. But other than that, yeah, I can't.
This was a big casket too, wasn't it? This was like the one they specially built for Kamala, like the extra big casket.
What about that?
The Yokozuna casket.
What about that ridiculous spot? There were a couple of silly spots where, Wendy hits her with the pillow, knocks her out, and we find out the pillow was loaded, but it was only loaded with Legos, which are not very heavy and wouldn't knock anyone out. And then
but they would sting if they were in the pillow and you got hit in the face. Yeah.
But there was the spot where what's the name? Tatum's in the casket. She goes to close the casket and she uses the pillow to keep the casket open, but the casket kind of does still shut.
The rules state that a pillow, breaks the barrier of the seal of, like, it wouldn't be airtight if you buried it that way.
And then they do the whole Brock Lesnar Undertaker spot where they both sit up and smile and laugh at each other. So listen, that's the review of this match. It was weird. Hold on. It was weird. Not a big fan.
Well, Dark Paxley. Okay, now we're done with that match. We can go back to our Halloween Havoc recap, and they play that video. Then Trick goes to the ring, and he asks Bubba to come out to the ring. And then Bubba explains why nobody helped Trick, and he had to help Trick because that championship is a target on your, like, the same old bullshit that any generic wrestler would say. But Trick says, but I still want to, I think we should tag team and face Ethan Page and, that other guy. And then Bubba gets everybody real hyped up about all the stuff he wants to do. And then he's like, but I can't do it. I'm fat and old. I can't do it. So nah.
Yeah. That's basically what it was. That was basically his promo.
Right. And then we get Ava and she's there. And then RVD shows up and he's like, hey, forget about what Bubba said. I want a booking, dude. And then she's like, all right. And then Kalani says, hey, I want a rematch. And Ava's like, all right. And then Nikita's like, well, I don't care if you want a rematch. I want a first shot. And Ava's like, all right. So she's a people pleaser.
Is it just me? I don't know. Is it me as a wrestling fan who, whenever I see RVD on my TV, I just get like a little happy? I've always been such a big, I don't know. I've always just been such a big fan of Rob Van Dam that I don't give a fuck how old he is. And he is getting older, but he just looks great. And he's just so cool. I don't know.
Well, everything is cool when you're Rob Van Dam.
That's a pretty good Rob Van Dam, David.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I just Caucasian up my Rey Mysterio impression. So Pillman enters, and then they show Sean Spears and Big Jack Perry. They almost get a meeting with the family, but Tony's busy. He's getting a phone call from the FBI.
Yeah. So people on social media thought that was Vito on the phone. It was clearly Nunzio. I mean,
so Vito ever sound like that?
It didn't sound like that at all. So no, and Noel was sending me screenshots. Like there were a lot of people on social media, like a lot. Is that Vito? Is it? No, it's Nunzio. Now, will V show up? I cannot confirm or deny. You're just gonna have to watch next week.
Be sure to tune in right here for our review of whatever happens next week.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I did get a text that he did land in Philadelphia, though.
Oh.
Yeah, he's there for the week. Well, because Noel's family's there. So
the family, yeah. If you get an early start on the holidays, then the travel isn't nearly as bad if you just go early and camp out, right? For like several weeks.
Sure. So
all right, it's cup match time. Junior versus Junior. Round 1, Junior wins with the Dempsey plex.
The what?
Yeah, I don't know what you call it. What does he call that move where he like double underhooks the guy and flips him over?
And the guy's shoulders are off the mat.
Yeah, totally. Like he's actually the way that he does the move prevents their shoulders from touching the mat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the referee counted. Round 2. Okay, now this was weird. So
what was
it? Weird.
Sorry. I have to make use of the
Pillman Jr. gets an injury to his leg. Okay. And the referee
calls the timeout.
Okay, tell me, have you ever seen this in history? The referee's counting him out, gets to about 5 or 6, I don't remember which. Then he goes out and he's like, oh my God, this kid might be hurt. And then he just goes to check on him, forget the count out. And then they go to commercial and they come back and the announcers are like, okay, this match was paused while during the commercial break. Well, we're trying to help, Lexis King to the back, and then, yada, yada, yada. And then I guess he valiantly continued because when we're back for commercial, there's still 37 seconds left in the second round. So they're continuing on with it. And, there's no decision and the time runs out in the second round.
I'm actually literally looking through the official pro wrestling rule book. Count out, submission, disqualification. I'm literally looking through it right now, and I see nothing about a referee being able to pause a match for injury.
Timeout.
What the fuck? What is he, Zach Morris? I know that's a kind of an old 80s, but what the fuck? What happened here? Parker Lewis can't lose? Anyone? No?
Right. Okay.
If I ever remember.
The guy's not hurt.
Bet you were a fan, right? Parker Lewis can't lose.
Actually, no. As soon as that came on, I changed the channel.
No, you did not.
I did. I don't remember a referee ever pausing a match for an injury timeout. But that's kind of what the count out is for, isn't it? If the man can't get in the ring, you count to a number, 10, sometimes 20, depending on the rules of your federation. You don't just say, oh, wait, he might be hurt. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Round 3. Regal tries to pass, Pillman the Nux, and he's like, he slides him back, and he's like, I'm not my father. And then Dempsey just hits him with a German suplex and pins.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I agree.
Well,
the fact
the burden of proof is on Hameen Media Group that I'm a fan.
I'm not in control of this, sir.
Parker Lewis.
We have our fact
just
checkers.
telling you.
This match was so fucking weird, dude. It was a weird match, a weird book. I swear, I thought that maybe perhaps Lord Steven Regal, I'm gonna call him that because I like that better, was gonna screw Lexis King out of this match. He tries to help him, give him the Nux. Lexis King is still on this bullshit where he's not like his dad. Where's this going, Vet? I'm sincerely asking you. What's the purpose of this happening?
I don't know. Furthermore, what does that mean? He's not like his dad, because his dad was multiple things.
Yeah,
like,
awesome.
Before he was a loose cannon.
It was awesome.
Hey, before he was a loose cannon, he was also a handsome baby face in Bengals tights. Yeah. So, like, which of your fathers are you not? Right? You see what I'm saying? Like, you say you're not your father. Well, which version of him are you not? I don't, that doesn't make any sense. Of course you're not you're literally not your own father, but if you're trying to do a gimmick where you ignore the fact that you had a father, and then now you're bringing him up in every opportunity that you get. And again, I know it's not, look, I like Brian Pillman Jr. I always have. And that's why it sounds like I'm being hard on him, but you guys have to understand I'm really being hard on the booking because I feel like nobody's really ever got him right. The best he ever was in MLW with the Hart Dynasty thing.
Yeah.
Go figure. One of the best things that Brian Pillman Jr. ever did was be a part of a crew with Teddy Hart.
Yeah. Well, Teddy Hart, what a piece of garbage. Sorry. Dude. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Dude. All right. Well, looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event.
Vader time. Oh.
Zaria time. Big Zaria Reed versus Brinley Reese. Little Brinley Reese. Little fake Thea Hale. Yeah, so this is one of those matches that's supposed to be a big debut squash. It goes on long enough that they're like, oh, here's Cedric the and the young OG warming up for their match. Take your eyes off our debuting star for a minute and watch these guys stretch.
Listen. Why so long? Why did this match go longer than 3 minutes?
Because she had to do a lot of snarling and growling.
Why did Brinley Reese get so much in this match? She got some. She got too much. I think a move is too much. I think Zaria should have came in there and just beat the fucking shit out of Brinley. Maybe a drop kick. Maybe Brinley Reese gets eight. The whole when the Undertaker was fighting fucking I don't know, Leaping Lanny Poffo, and he would get the 2 drop kicks in and maybe a roll up 1 count. That's fine. But Jesus Christmas, man, this match, what was this, like a 10-minute draw? Like a 10-minute time limit match? It was 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Anyway, this was a long match,
she got it Yeah. Mike says they got it on the Shelton Benjamin TV time schedule. Not quite that long, but it felt longer than it really was because she ran out of, like, Zaria was in there long enough that she ran out of ways to be a cliche, menacing character.
But can I just tell you right now, they already ruined Zaria for me.
She's ruined?
They ruined her, and I'll tell you why they ruined her. They already humanized.
But before you say anything else, can I point out that Brinley Reese has been over in TNA trying to level up and work hard?
Oh, who cares?
So maybe she must have, like, brought it tonight or last night because of her leveling up.
Vet, my friends in the chat, I want to ask you, man, am I wrong here? They humanized her, like, right off the bat. Like, after the match, she gets help from her friends, I guess. Now.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we're already there? Well, let's finish the match first.
Oh, F5.
So anyway, after the team of Cedric the Alexander and Javon the Evans are done stretching, she hits the F5 on Brinley Reese and takes it home, thankfully. And then Fatal Influence comes out and they do a promo, and then the Dark Sisters come out and they do a promo, and then Kalani comes out to back up her best friend Zaria. Like the debuting person with the hype here. They're like, go out there, Kalani Jordan, try to get a rub off of this.
Again, oh my God, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, again.
Right. See, that's why I did my heated promo earlier. And then the goddesses came out because we got again, Kalani's got to stand next to all these over women.
Zach Morris timeout. Is fucking Jordan, are they booking Jordan Grace like Hulk Hogan?
Oh, you buried the lead because guess who came out to even up the odds from
Hulk
4
Hogan?
to 5? Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace is here. Surprise, Jordan Grace.
I don't know why Zaria is getting involved in this. Why did they do this, Red? I don't.
Why Zaria is getting involved? It was her match.
I know, but she should have just been like,
she should have just left. She left before anybody else came out.
Walked out like, fuck this shit. I don't know.
All right. So anyway, big schmaz. They take the one good wrestler from the heel side and throw her onto the other 4.
My God.
Let's take a risk of injuring the only talented person. But it looked cool.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I'm getting a headache, dude. Is it the Afrin?
Go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm just saying, is it the Afrin that's giving me the headache, or is it this bullshit?
I think they are working in conjunction. Nikita Lyons is here to alleviate everything that ails you. She's also dressed like the Beast from Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Get it? Because she's Beauty and the Beast. Mm-hmm. That's her gimmick costume. She's a title. What am I? I'm Beauty and the Beast, all in one person.
Listen, that's funny. I like the fact that it seems like she's a bad girl now. She's a heel. Yeah. And guess what?
Bubba Ray Punch.
Bubba Ray Punch heel with the leopard pawing.
Bro, he was on a PLE with that. They were trying to talk shit about Seth Rollins' punches from Monday Night Raw. Do you know who I am?
Jesus Christ. Stop it.
All right.
The boy. No, but yeah, man, it looks like she's I think this is good for her. This is good for her, Vet. You've said this several times. How do you get over as a baby face? You turn into a heel. Or you're a heel. And
I like her better already.
But here's the thing, Nikita Lyons should have been a heel. I mean, she's a big, voluptuous, badass martial arts Instagram
daughter of a groupie.
If you forget about that, right? Singer. She's a singer. Social media star. Anyway, they took away her finish, man. You noticed that, right?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, you don't know she doesn't do the split with the big ass cheeks hanging out.
Well, she hasn't won any matches lately because here's what happens in this.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Nikita Lyons versus Kalani Jordan, and again, not important enough to pay attention to because we're cutting to Fraxiom in picture, and Fraser's doing the Stevie Richards fitness for his new muscles, and Axiom is hitting Steve Lewington in the background. Mm-hmm. And then Rizzo comes out, and she takes her earrings off, like, oh, it's on now, honey. And then Nikita Lyons looks at her, and then that was enough for Kalani Jordan to knock her off the top rope and then hit the Kalani salt for the win. And then Rizzo jumps in as soon as the match comes in. Rizzo's in there throwing better punches than Bubba and just getting some on the person that, I guess, without admitting it, this is who attacked her, and this is who she was waiting politely until this Tuesday, and right after her match. Not going to take her out before the match.
She could have fought her on the plane.
Yeah, could have fought her on the plane. Just something, but parking lot's a popular place for attacking Nikita Lyons.
I'm sure she came in through the parking lot.
Yeah. Blair Davenport did it. Yeah. Remember her?
What happened to her?
SmackDown?
What happened to her? Is she on SmackDown?
Well, she's not on it, but she's on it.
I forgot she existed. Wow, that's terrible.
So, yeah, did you have anything else to add about Nikita, Beauty and the Beast?
No. We're good.
Okay. Ethan Page is walking, and then we come back for break, and he is in the ring. And then Ridge Holland interrupts him. And then Bully comes back out and then tries to cut a promo on Ridge Holland again. And then they kick his ass. And then Trick comes out to help. And then Bubba's like, you know what? I will be in a tag team match. And that's what happened.
And it ends with him pawing at the camera.
Thankfully, he didn't, but it would have been great. Rhea Ripley makes a surprise appearance. She says hi to the room full of stars and Kalani Jordan.
I can't see Zaria in a women's locker room.
She was just chit-chatting with the rest of them, like, hey, I want just leave Fatal Influence to me, sister.
I mean, you make a big deal of this young lady coming in as this world beater, because that's what she looks like. And she's just hanging out with a better version of herself, Jordan Grace. It's just, what? Just all hanging out, just girl talk in the locker room. Zaria, fucking demon queen, or whatever the hell she's supposed to be. I don't know. And then, not only is she standing next to a better version of herself in Jordan Grace, but then a better version of Jordan Grace walks into Rhea Ripley, and she's buried. She's just done. Her career's over, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye, Delta. Fly American Airlines or JetBlue. Delta's done.
Just
hashtag Delta's done.
American.
Daria Ripley, yes.
No. Jada promo. She had a kendo stick in her promo, so you know this promo didn't exist. Did you have any thoughts?
What? No. Backstage referees, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. Oh, when she gets attacked.
Well, yeah. Well, I was just saying, Fraxiom makes their entrance. Then we find Rhea's bloody in the parking lot now, and Liv and Raquel are casually strolling by
with a pipe. She was really fucking. They really fucked her up, didn't they?
Yep.
I would have liked to have seen them do that. No,
cameras didn't catch it.
Okay, got it. All
right. Main event time: Fraxiom versus Sid and Javon. They have their match. A lot of high octane, fast moving, athletic, bouncing, jumping, leaping, hitting. And then you know how, like, when you were a kid and you had the Where's Waldo books and you were looking for Waldo? Well, this time Waldo came out to you, and then the young OG was like, I found you, motherfucker, and jumped on him, and they started fighting to the back.
Gotcha, bitch.
Which left Cedric in the ring to take finishers and lose. And then we go back after that. We're in the back now, and the young OG and the older, shorter, lamer G are fighting still. And then Ava and then Ava comes out and she's like, "You guys stop it. And nobody's listening. Because they don't realize how badly their jobs are on the line by not listening to this person.
Well, she's a child, so.
Yeah, but the parent is what they should really be worried about. And anyway, they don't listen to her. And then RVD's like, dude, I got an idea what I want to do next week. And then he leaves without telling us what the idea is. And then the guys go back to fighting. And that's the end of the show. And Ava's like, stop it, I said.
Child. Innocent child.
That was an excellent NXT review we just had. And we're still under time.
Fuck. Think about that. Let me just hit the music a little bit. We'll play it in the background. I got to tell you, Vet, we put in a lot of work today here.
Mm-hmm.
Gave you news. We gave you some reviews. We gave you some back in the day shit. We reviewed the NXT pay-per-view and NXT this week.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, pal. What a good show this was this week, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we acknowledged our friends and family here on HMG. I don't like to pat myself in the back, but you know what? I'm feeling Barry Horowitz today. So I'm just I have a bad shoulder. Okay. No, but seriously, man, this was a fun show, guys. You guys, I gotta put over the chat. Thank you guys for joining us here every single week, man. I love the interaction with you guys. You guys are so fun. There's certain shit I can't put up on the screen because it's a OD. But thank you guys for joining us, man. It was quite an eventful weekend of professional wrestling. So far, it is Hump Day. And Vet, man, what you got going on, brother?
Oh, well, you could find out whatever I've got going on right here at Opinion Haver on all social media platforms. All kinds of platforms, not just social media, whatever you consider media. If you Google Opinion Haver, it may lead you to several places with me at the places. So if you're interested in that, then do so. What else do I have going on? I've got every Monday night, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, I have the Impact Attack with Brandon. And we tag team TNA Wrestling, and we, let you know everything that's going on there. If you're sitting there thinking, I ain't listening to that shit, I don't watch TNA, don't think like that. No. Just think of it as like, well, you get to hang out with HMG some more.
And it's fun.
And it's fun. And Ray has to listen to it every week, but he would listen to it even if he didn't have to because we make it entertaining.
Vet, let me just clarify something. Okay. I don't have to listen to the show to edit the show. I put in the intro, I put in the outro. I look for any places where there are any gaps in like dead air and stuff like that. I don't listen to. I listen to the show post production, right, or after the production, because I enjoy your show. I think you and Brandon do an excellent job, and I do feel that you guys are the best TNA review show in the universe, and I mean that. You guys are fantastic. Right. So. Well,
if you want to hear the best AEW review show in the universe, then you're going to want to, again, you don't care about AEW. A lot of people don't. However, that's no reason to not tune into The Wreckage every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern live. That's live. If you want to be there live for my hot-headed promos. And I get extra hot because it's like, I just finished my Friday work shift, so I get home, kick my shoes off, and tear into AEW for a couple of hours. Mm-hmm. So I'm the most fired up because I know that once I'm done with that, it's nothing but relaxing for a couple of days. So please join us there and have fun and help us make the show even better by participating. And speaking of participating, Wrestling with Rip Rogers, a live Q&A every Friday. You ask the questions. He gives the answers. I mean, sounds like a great deal, right? It doesn't even cost you anything. You just type a question in the chat, much like you do here, except there you get an answer from Rip Rogers. So do that at their concrete time of whenever it is. And then, maybe you're like, well, guys like Ray Rogers are cool and all, but, what about somebody that's like a little bit more contemporary? What about a guy that's, maybe he's worked in every company in the world and should be a Hall of Famer in any Hall of Fame in the world? Well, that kind of sounds like the Stevie Richards Show. Yes. And with the Stevie Richards Show, you get all kinds of great topics. Like the most recent topic was the culture of fear in the WWE locker room.
I took a screenshot. I left the Trump thing I was watching. It's terrible. Great. All right, I'll throw this one up, even though it's old.
Yeah, he's got way more subscribers than that. So
he's almost 50,000 now.
Yeah, so you could be one too. Go check out the Stevie Richards Show.
See the Donald Trump thing in the corner.
I haven't seen anything from JTG lately, but he's got a YouTube channel. It wouldn't hurt you to just click the subscribe button. It don't cost anything. It only costs you the use of your finger that goes like this, which is just like a slightly less effort than a Bubba Ray Dudley punch.
Hey,
so yeah, give a Bubba punch to the subscribe button on JTG's YouTube channel.
I forgot to put this over, guys. I hope a lot of you guys are still here. But during the Wendy Choo match, I had to take a screenshot of this fucking mark in the crowd and her disappointment at the loss of Wendy Choo. See if you can point her out. You ready? Who's the Wendy Choo fan that is very disappointed? And go. Oh my God. I wonder if this guy next to her is using deodorant. Just wondering. She is not happy. Anywho. Had to throw it out there. Wow, that girl's using like an iPhone 6. Anyway. Not much effort. Just with your finger. That's all I'm saying. Just paw at it. Yes, you can paw at your phone. Let me get my phone here. Subscribe. See that?
That's even not that good. I mean, that's how you would subscribe, but like it would be more hitting the top of the phone, like the top part. Yeah, there you go. That's more. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Stiff. All right. So I don't have a thumbnail made yet, but this weekend, the Professor and Tommy Wonder and Pro Wrestling Reflection, they're going to do a What If, which is apparently the very favorite series of many series that they do on the Pro Wrestling Reflection. And they're going to talk about the vet. What if there was no Montreal screw? No, what if after the Montreal screw job, it happened, right? What if Bret Hart decided to stay with the WWE? What if they work shit out after that? It's a very interesting topic, ladies and gentlemen. And Tommy Wonder and the Professor are going to be discussing that here on Hami Media Group. You're going to check it. It's going to be live on Podbean. And obviously, I'm going to have the video up on Twitter probably tonight or maybe late tomorrow night. We'll see, because I have a lot of shit to do today. So I may not be able to get to producing that tonight. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget I Like It Raw with me and Jimmy T every single Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, man, we got Crown Jewel this weekend. So we'll be watching that garbage. And it's been fun as usual. Hey, listen, to all you baseball fans out there, all you Yankee fans out there, listen, one day at a time, one game at a time. You have to look at it this way. The Yankees have won 4 games in a row. They won 5 games in a row. They won 6 games, 7 games. Now we are facing an LA Dodger team that is incredible. They're really good, but it's happened before. Let's see what happens next week. Will I be suffering? And for all you Mets fans that root for the Dodgers, you guys are fucking pathetic. I'm gonna tell you that. When the Red Sox were going for their World Series run, was I rooting for the Red Sox? No. Why would you root for the team that beats your ass every single year and knocked you out of the playoffs? It makes no sense to me, but maybe that's how you live your lives. The word is salty. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure to be here with you this week. And I will leave you with the, let me just fade this out. Let's start playing it again as we fade away here, ladies and gentlemen. It has been your Next Level Wrestling Review. Are you streaming today or tomorrow?
maybe tomorrow.
Oh shit! On my day off, I can actually watch. All right. Well, I guess you're gonna have to follow at Opinion Haver on Twitter to find out whether if he puts out the gimmick tomorrow. That'll be great. If you do, man, I'll jump in with you guys, and we'll see you next week. We'll be celebrating a New York Yankees World Series. Who knows? Later, guys.
Peace.
Oh, Shuggy Duggy Quack Quack.
This is the Hustler Rogers. Yeah, it's fucking me. Yeah, and listen to the fucking Hameen Media Group. That's Ben Hameen Media Group from Rip Rogers. Go get him and go fuck yourself.